What is up, guys? Annie Tier Guild Forever gonna do a little review for Kamen Rider Den-O episode 43. A lot of issues are building up right now. The main issue is Ryotaro finally knows that well, if he keeps using the Imagine, his Imagine's power the way how it's been going right now, lately, he will lose them. Their memories will be gone. They will cease to exist. And because of that, he doesn't want to use their power. He doesn't want to use their power because he's grown an attachment. I'm not sure. Maybe it's both, but it could be one of these two things. Either the reason why he doesn't want them to disappear because it would be wrong. They should be able to live and continue to live how they want to. Or maybe he doesn't want them to disappear because he's grown to have such an attachment toward them that seeing them disappear would just absolutely break him. He doesn't want to lose them. He doesn't want to see them go. He doesn't want to say goodbye to his Imagines that's been with him for so long now. It's not just because they're his source of being able to henshin, but they mean a great deal to him. Because of that, it's kind of sad because he's telling them like he wants nothing to do with them anymore. Like he wants them to leave. They're gone. Let's leave. That was his wish. If you really think about it, he does have a contract with these four Imagine. But he's never really made a wish yet for the longest time. He actually made the wish now. And now they have to uphold that wish. Because that's how, things work for Imagine contractors. That's how it's always been. However, now because of that, since their wish is fulfilled, they no longer have, they no longer need to be like, there's no need to be together anymore. There's no need to have anything to do with Ryotaro or the Momotaro-san because the wish is granted. But at the same time, I already know deep down Ryotaro doesn't mean that. He's doing this for the sake of them. He's doing it to protect them. And be it as it may, even if it is true, it's still sad to see because like they've been together for so long and they've been a part of him for so long. Just to be separated like that, I know it must feel horrible. It's like, I don't want to use this example, but basically in Naruto, or not even, you can even say this in Yu-Gi-Oh too. Yami, the character Yami from Yu-Gi-Oh, he's been together with Yugi for a long time, and to be separated by your other half like that just feels horrible because they've been a part of your life for so long. It's like losing a missing piece of yourself, and because they live inside you, more intimate, it's more close, it's more like they're the closest thing to him because they know his thought. Well, I'm assuming they know his thoughts because again, they live in him and they see him on a daily. So it's like they're not just Imagine and Contractor. It's more like, I'm not sure if it's cheesy to say this, you guys can let me know, but it's like a family. It's like having siblings. It's like having, or like if you want to say family, at least having very close best friends. And just to see them like leave your life like that is gonna hurt on both ends. I know it's probably eating away at Ryotaro just to make that decision. But for him, but in his mind, I feel like by doing this, he spares them from being killed, gives them more time. They no longer will need to have their existence erased. That's what it is. And it's very noble, very, very thoughtful. He's thinking about their life, their sake. And while he knows that everyone else around him that suffers at the hands of evil Imagine, he still does not want to have their time be sacrificed. He doesn't want that. He wants them to be alive. He wants them to have more time. He wants them to be around. Even if it means being hated. Even if it means saying goodbye. Like, at the end of the day, you can hate him for the decision you can feel some kind of way about him after telling them to leave alone. But in his mind, it's like they can hate me all they want, but at least they're alive. At least they still exist, and they won't disappear again. I wonder, it could be just out of them being that close, But maybe it could be due to the fact that Ryotaro, like what happened with his sister, Yuto, future Yuto vanished, disappeared, and her memory went with him. Ryotaro is the only one that still harbors that memory. Maybe he just doesn't want to make sure they don't disappear and they don't disappear from his memories. He wants them around. But at the same time, the more he keeps them around, the more likely they are to using up their all their time. That's what he doesn't want. He doesn't want them to sacrifice their time for his sake or anyone's sake. He wants them to be selfish. He wants them to live. Well, at the same time, I don't think anyone would I don't think anyone would fault him for it. I don't think anyone should fault him. Ryotaro is being very noble right now, which is a very strong trait in my personal opinion. A Kamen Rider. A Kamen Rider is someone that has the spirit, the power, the personification of the spirit of self-sacrifice, whether it be literal or abstract or metaphorical. Like again, right here, he's thinking about them. He's not even caring. He's sacrificing his own situation, his own happiness, his own power, because he realizes he can't fight without them. But without them, they won't. Without them no longer needing him, they can go on living for as much as they want. And again, I feel like that's a very selfless trait that I just stated that most Kamen Riders should have. I know not every Kamen Rider has that trait, but I honestly think majority do. And those that do are, in my personal opinion, very well written writers. That's why I do, while it is kind of sad, and I don't want the Imagines parting from Ryotaro. I really don't want that, because I already know. Dude. The moment they part, I can already see it. The moment they part ways, that's gonna break me inside. I already know. That's gonna make me tear up buckets. I already know it. And I'm not looking forward to it. Just thinking about it is already making me feel some kind of way. I really hope it doesn't end with them leaving. I really hope there's a way to save all of them. There's a way for them to stay joined. Because again, it's like that missing piece. It's like you're trying to make a puzzle, right? Once the puzzle is finished, you're whole. But if there's just one missing piece, that missing piece will forever be ingrained in your head. The one part of myself, the one part of the puzzle that is missing. And without that missing piece, I will never be whole. Each of these Imagines have played such a significant role in Ryotaro's life that a life without them just feels really sad, honestly. Painful. And honestly, I can't even discredit Momotaro either. All of them act. Momotaro is willing to put his life on the line for the sake of doing what is right and for the sake of Ryotaro. He's sacrificing everything. They're all sacrificing everything for his sake. And I can't help but feel like for Imagine, that's an incredible thing. That is a very incredible thing. How much resolve does it take to be able to sacrifice your remaining time for the sake of someone you care about? Even the dancing dragon is willing to put his life on the line for Ryotaro. Urataros, Kintaros, Omotaros. And I guess maybe the reason why he's so pissed off is like, I'm already readied myself. I steeled my resolve. I've hardened myself to be ready for the moment when I disappear. And hell, even if I do disappear, it wasn't for a waste. Because at the end of the day, I saved your life. I gave you life. I helped you continue on living with your life. And I made sure this world continued living. Shut up, phone! Sorry, guys. Phone's being... But yeah, I just think it's a very, very, like, selfish thing to do. Both sides are actually being very selfless. But I guess for once, I would you say what Ryotaro is doing like separating himself from the Imagine, telling them to leave, no longer bound to him by making a wish. Is that a selfish or is that a selfless or selfish? I want you guys to let me know from your thoughts. You can say it is selfless because he's sacrificing their friendship and everything to do with it just so they have more time. But isn't it kind of a selfish trait at the same time if you really think about it? He doesn't want them to go because he cares about them. He's being selfish because of them. Not that it's bad, anything. I don't think it's a bad thing that Ryotaro is selfish with them specifically because of how much they life. It's one of those rare moments Ryotaro is actually selfish while being selfless at the same time. I'm not sure if this makes sense. You guys let me know if you know what I'm talking about. And I don't know, I do appreciate that. I wonder how things are gonna happen in the episode. We'll see though. Once again, more than tomorrow, guys. See you guys there. Thank you for your time, and let me know what you all thought of this episode. I thought this was a very sad episode, but I didn't less. Can't wait to see more. Peace, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.